Happy birthday, bro.
Thanks, bro. Good looking.
Yeah, what's on the agenda, man? How you gonna celebrate this birthday?
Man, you know what's crazy, bro? I'm really just excited for the album, man. You know, I'm gonna chill, have a little dinner and everything, you feel me, with the fam, but I'm just working, man. I'm in mode right now, bro. Like, I'm just excited for my album, for real. Like,
Yo, this album right here is nuts. So I gotta ask you a question. So we're talking about Survivor's Remorse, A side. Why split it up? Because of what artists do nowadays is they drop an album, they chill for a second, and when I say second, I mean literally a second, then they drop a deluxe. What you decided to do was give us two completely different albums. Why is A side and why B side?
I really wanted, you know what I'm saying, the fans to just be able to live with the music for real, you know, because I know that, you know what I'm saying, the double-sided album is a lot, you know what I'm saying? And just the way I wanted, you know what I'm saying, my music to be consumed, you feel me? Like the Survivor side for me is I wouldn't say it's totally different, but it's more like a celebratory vibe, you know what I'm saying? More like a moment of triumph for me and, you know, giving myself a pat on the back. And the Remorse side is, you know, me being real about, you know what I'm saying, trauma and the things that I do face behind the scenes that, you know what I'm saying, everybody don't really know about. And I want the fans to be able to live with that music for a second, you know, like I want them to be able to consume the A side and then Monday get the B side. And when you actually put them together though, it sync, you know what I'm saying? It's still 1 through 25, they still sync, but I want to start a conversation with my fans like, all right, I like the A side. I like the B side, you feel what I'm saying? Like I intentionally wanted to start that conversation.
What made you decide years ago to be so open about, you had an album called PTSD and you're talking about trauma. What allowed you to realize like, I was given this platform and I want to be vulnerable with my music and be so vocal about the topics you're being about? And then a second part about it is because the reason how you do it, like how you get down with it, it comes across more aspirational than depressing. It's like, I'm dealing with this, you can deal with it too. Here's how I deal with it and you can get through it. Why'd you decide to be the voice for something like that?
My music always been like a way for me to be like real about, you know, the things that I'm going through. You feel what I'm saying? I always been a little vulnerable through my music and I just didn't really understand like the importance, you know, of mental health and how real it was, you know what I'm saying? Coming from the hood when you young, 15, 16, 17, and you experiencing all this stuff and going through these emotions and experiencing trauma, and everybody around you is, you know what I'm saying, experiencing the same thing. I thought I was normal. I didn't really know, you know what I'm saying, what post-traumatic stress disorder was, you feel me? So talking about it in my music and being open about it, you know what I'm saying, was always something that I was, you know, cool with doing because I want people to feel me and relate to, you know, I was once you know what I'm saying? I understand what you're going through. I feel how you once felt. And I know what it's like to not open up about it, to not have nobody to talk to about it, to, you know what I'm saying, to go through these things and then the next day you got to snap back into reality because you got to go to work, you got to go to school, you got to do whatever you got to do, you know what I'm saying? And these things become repetitive and we, you know, react to things a certain way. We react to situations a certain way. You know, we make decisions a certain way. We stay in our head a lot, you feel what I'm saying? And we just think, oh, maybe I'm overthinking. I'm just overwhelmed. I'm stressing, you know what I'm saying? But these things really make a difference and take a toll on people, you know, and we got to go treat that, you feel what I'm saying? And I didn't for years and years. I didn't have nobody to talk to. I didn't acknowledge or I didn't recognize that I was suffering from, you know what I'm saying, from, you know, experiencing trauma, you feel me? And just being an artist, a lot of us do. And I think when I started to open up about it, a lot of people, a lot of more artists started to do it. And my fans started to, you know, want to get help and help themselves, you know what I'm saying? So it just came out aspirational, like you said, instead of depressing, because I'm talking about going through it and being able to function through it. You know what I'm saying? Being able to overcome this. You know, I'm not talking about just living in a moment and just not doing anything about it. You feel me? I do it to help people. I do it not only because I help myself with it, bro. Like music and opening it up is a form of therapy for me. You know what I'm saying? So to be able to like connect with people all over that you don't know. Like people come to tell me all the time, like, man, thank you. Or, you got me through this or you did this for me, you feel what I'm saying? And that make me want to like go harder when it comes to it, you know what I'm saying? Or open up more or not be afraid to just say what I'm going through, you feel me? Because, you know, people like benefit from it as much as me.
Let's talk about this album, man, because we got Survivor's Remorse A-side, which is out right now, streaming on Apple Music. But we got to talk about the song right quick. And I'm a huge fan of Jeremih. I love the brother's tone. I love the way he sounds. And the track you got with him, Flashbacks, is so Chicago, because not only are you on it, you got Jeremih, of course, from Chicago, but then that flash and light sample, which might have been a sample of something else I don't know nothing about. Talk about that track and why have Jeremih on it.
Jeremiah, that's my brother, man. You know, we've been locked in for so long. And that flashback record came about like I was just in the studio, man. I'm in Atlanta and I heard the flashback sample. And I'm in there, you know, it's a bunch of producers, a bunch of everybody in there. And my homie Chip was in there working on the record with me, you feel me? When the flashback records, the sample came, it was natural, you know. That's one of the Yay flashback. That's a song that, you know, I grew up listening to, you know what I'm saying? And it just like, I think certain beats, man, when I hear it, it just opened up a side of my brain where I want to talk about real. You feel me? I knew as soon as I was done with it, literally as soon as I finished it, I knew like, man, I gotta send this to Jeremiah. He wasn't even with me in the studio. He actually got in the studio with me after he sent a version back, you feel what I'm saying, of the hook, and I fell in love with it. Then he came to LA and we really, you know what I'm saying, locked in together and came up with the bridge on the end and all that. But Flashbacks is a special record because it's talking about that trauma. It's talking about dealing with things that, you know, from the past that you got to still face while I'm actually G Herbo, you know, while I'm having to shoot videos, do interviews, be with my family, be with my kids, you know what I'm saying? The things and the trauma that I face, it really affect my day-to-day life, you know what I'm saying? Being a father, being an artist, you know, the way I really try to, like, as I'm trying to grow as a man, the trauma that I've been through, those flashbacks, they always stay with me.
And it should. Before we get you out of it, I just want to make it official because I'm not 100% sure. When's the side B drop? Like, what's the official date on side B?
Midnight Side A drop 10-7, and B side 10-10. Like I said, I wanted to give fans a little time to live with it. You feel what I'm saying? So they got the whole weekend to digest the music. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm excited, bro. I know my fans excited. You feel me? And it's been, like I said, it's been a long journey, bro. So I'm just happy to be here, and I want to keep the momentum going. Most importantly, you feel me?